Empezamos a grabar. Hola a todos, ¿qué tal? ¿Cómo va eso? Hoy vamos a buscar ajos. Así es. Se vino lo de los ajos, gente. Nos enfrentamos a Titán, estuvo guachi. Yo me lo pasé en grande, me lo pasé muy bien. Hay unos putiasos, unas cosas. Naisu, pero ya saben lo que toca. Hay alguien que estuviese en la serie con Alex el Capso y a pesar de que morirían por él, va a terminar la serie conmigo debido a que Alex la dejó a medias. De ser así me sentiría honrado, alimentándome de las migajas de Alex. Sí soy. Llevo haciéndolo desde Memeverso. Así está siendo. No me escondo. Alex el Capo enganchó como un fricazo a mogollón de gente al rol y ahí estaba yo para cobrar rentas. Así es. Aquí hay uno, pues no te preocupes que yo lo intentaré acabar, compadre, lo intentaré acabar. ¿Jugaré peor? Es probable. Alex el Capo la verdad es que otra cosa no, pero le sabe jugar a videojuegos. Le sabe bastante bien. Afortunadamente los juegos son sencillitos, o sea que no hay problema. Voy a quitarle la música. Y estamos ready. Pues bueno, la última vez que estábamos por aquí acabamos con el señor, así que ahora nos vamos a encontrar probablemente con que... Digo, ¿hay algún cable? No hay un cable, era una arruga de la alfombra. En el tablón de anuncios seguro que tenemos alguna cacería nueva. Una cacería nueva. ¿Qué tiene la cacería nueva? El asesino pringoso. Numerosos testigos afirman haber visto un peligroso charco brillante en las praderas del sur de Rosaria. Según dicen, aunque no parece más que un puñado de barro de extraño aspecto, surge de repente del suelo para atrapar a sus desprevenidas víctimas y devorarlas en sus goteantes fauces. Hay que liquidarlo antes de que cobre más víctimas. Ok, sur de Rosaria. Praderas del sur de Rosaria, debería ser fácil de encontrar, supongo. A ver, hay que hablar con Otto, pero antes de eso vamos a... ¿Qué tal? ¿Cómo va eso? Clases de Vivian. ¿Tenemos clase nueva o qué? Claro, tenemos clase nueva porque ha ocurrido. Claro, estábamos aquí, rollo, con la descripción del ladito del dragón, que estábamos aquí, dominante de Shiva, mejores amigos, y ahora cuando calmamos, tenemos aquí adquiere nuevos poderes. Mi fiel amigo Clive, que lucha al lado para protegerlo a él y a sus amigos, tanto que para salvar a Jill de una muerte segura en el patio del castillo de Rosario se transformó en un ser parecido a un Akon. Cuidadito, el Fenror este, cuidado. Espía de los Libertadores, ahora está de pana con Jill porque la rescató. Si ahora estaba aquí con tal, rescata, mejores amigos. Tenemos aquí al Klibu, que se pega y absorbe poder de Titán. La presa a la dominante de Shiva, a Jill, y hay aquí un tremendo conflicto. Y este señor pues pierde las manos. Pierde las manos. Así que pues ahí estuvo. Ahí estuvo. Así es, así es. Vale, ¿qué tenemos? No me iban a mandar a por... me iban a mandar a ajos, pero me van a mandar a ajos rollo... No secundaria, es principal, supongo.
Otto. Is now a good time?
Otto.
It's not a bad one. How's Jill doing?
Oh, she's been better.
Ven.
Ty is making sure she gets the rest she needs.
Ven, Boa.
Good.
Ven, Boa.
Any word on Kupka's movements?
Vivian's did what she can to try and track him, but she's feeding on scraps. We've sent ours out to the curse breakers and their other friends in the west, asking them to keep their eyes peeled for anything unusual. No leads yet, but it's only a matter of time.
All right. Let me know when you find something.
There he is.
¿Esta
All
es
right,
nueva?
Clive. Still busy saving the world.
Mid. When did you get back?
Mid.
Just now.
What about your studies?
Adjourned. Since Hugo Kupka invaded Rosaria. All the canvassers in uproar about it. He's gone mad. He's turned rogue. It'll be us next. You try concentrating with all of that.
All right. You win.
How long will you be staying this time?
Dunno. A while, most likely.
Solo voy a decir una
Any
cosa.
road, while I'm here, I was hoping you could do us a favour.
Mid. You can't just expect me to...
Please, oblige her. While we are busy tracking down Kupka, you should have a little time to spare.
Professor! Now there's a face I haven't seen in a while. Shouldn't you have it buried in a dusty old tome?
Solo voy a decir una cosa, ahora la digo.
Till a familiar trill pricked my ears. As ever, your exuberance is a breath of fresh air, which successfully scattered the painstakingly assembled fragments of my thoughts.
I'll take that as a compliment. Well, Clive, you heard the professor. So, I'll meet you in the storeroom when you're done.
Wait, hold on. Breath of fresh air? Bloody tempest, more like.
Solo voy a decir una cosa.
Oi, Otto.
Cuando se callen.
My Gil. Huh? What are you on about?
My fee for bringing Mid across. She said you were paying.
That little...
Está bien.
The storeroom, was it? I wonder what Mid's plotting.
Solo voy a decir una cosa. Las probabilidades de que Mid no se haya manchado la trenza de tremenda mierda son del 0%. Del 0%. A ver si podemos verle. O sea, quiero decir. Observen el tamaño de esa trenza. Que esa trenza no haya tocado caca. Las probabilidades son 0. Son 0.
You took your time.
I'm a busy man.
¡Ay, se hace las mechas californianas! En la parte de abajo las tiene castaña. No es. No es. No es.
Mid, you've only just come back.
And I've been thinking about it for a while. Dad said I had a knack for engineering. Told me everything he knew about it. Then sent me off to Canva to learn everything he didn't. That was his dream for me. That one day I'd put my studies to use for the good of the cause. But I'm helping no one stuck at school. I've studied enough. It's time I put my knack to work.
No estoy enough.
I know that I can help the people here, and I want to do it.
Well.
Cómo me gustan los múltiples acentos
All right.
que tiene el Reino Unido
I'll
e
tell
Irlanda.
Otto you'll be staying.
I knew you'd say yes. Which is why I wrote up a list of jobs for you.
For me?
Who else?
What do you want me to
Se
do?
viene a momento.
First things first, I need equipment and materials to start making my own. There's the designs for the stuff I need and the stuff it needs smithing from. The other materials I can work myself. Just need a generous benefactor to lay them on for me. Apart from the wood, I'll need a carpenter for that, but I can just borrow yours.
Is that everything?
For now, I'll let you know if I need out else.
Está muy bien, mano a la obra. Decimos porque es la única.
Where to start? Materials and tools. That means Karen and Blackthorn.
Está muy bien. Karen. Vamos para allá. Han venido hoy los anteriores propietarios de la casa a llevarse las bicis. Y como llevarse las bicis era una movida, han venido todos en plan verano azul. Ha venido toda la familia andando, rollo, dándose un pateo de 1 hora porque viven en el mismo pueblo, pero viven lejos. Justo al otro lado del pueblo. El pueblo tampoco es muy grande, pero 1 hora atravesando, bueno, una movida. Y Ruth les ha abierto la puerta, han cogido las bicis y se han ido en plan verano azul.
Just now.
Rollo ahí, en bici
She's planning to
todos.
set up a workshop in the stores.
Increíble.
And asked me to buy her some materials. Here's the list.
Ahí vamos.
Think you can find everything on there?
This lot. Wouldn't be much of a trader if I couldn't.
Excellent.
Me cae bien la vieja.
As for payment,
It's paid 100 times over by what that girl's done for us. If it weren't for her filters, we'd have naught to drink but blight water, and that would have drained the life out of us long ago.
indeed it would.
I'll send the stuff on to Mid when it comes in.
Thank you, Karen.
Vamos a ver. Blackthorn. Tengo para ti.
Blackthorn, you busy?
What does it look like?
I have a commission for you. From Mid. She requires certain tools.
Material de construcción. La música está súper de chill, tío. Es como música rollo como de Kílica, de Final Fantasy X, ¿sabes? Súper calmada, súper de chill. Me gusta, me gusta. Me gusta, me gusta.
My thanks. And Mid's, no doubt.
Que se llama Mid me hace muchísima gracia. Me hace muchísima gracia.
Let's see if Bardolph's available.
Me hace muchísima gracia que se llame Mid. Es demasiado.
And what can I do for you?
A ver. Esa chica desborda entusiasmo por los cuatro costados y no hay nada en el mundo que consiga bajarle los ánimos. Todo lo contrario. Tiene maña para enredar a la gente en sus planes y ponerla a trabajar con ella. De tal palo, tal astilla. Si es que es clavada a su padre, la muy piltrafa. Ya tengo ganas de ver con qué nuevo cachivache nos sorprende esta vez, siempre y cuando no me meta a mí en sus líos.
You leave Mid's order with me. I'll send everything on to her when I've got it.
Está muy bien. Ay, poeta.
What do you need?
Mid.
Summer storm, that one.
Esa muchacha lo pone todo patas arriba. Llega de sopetón y lo primero que hace, sin darle buenos días, es encargarme que le fabrique algunas herramientas. Si es que es clavada a su padre. Bueno, así nos mantiene a todos firmes.
I'll make Mid the stuff she needs. Just give me a bit of time to work it all out with you.
Está bueno, está muy bien. A ver, es por ahí abajo. Tendrá que ser por ahí abajo. ¿Qué tal, señor? ¿Cómo va eso? Poca roña le ve usted, ¿eh? Poca roña te veo a ti. Vale, por ahí abajo. Hay personajes gordos en Final Fantasy. Alguno hay. Pero no te pienses que muy gordos. Si son muy gordos, de normal son villanos. ¿Por qué épicos, Japón?
How do, Master Sid?
Bardolph. Mid's looking to build a workshop in the storeroom, and she needs the aid of a skilled carpenter. So naturally I thought of you.
Well, I'd love to help the young miss however I can. But I'm afraid I got my hands full just keeping this place afloat. There's holes need patching, and if I don't patch them, we'll all of us sink into the mere. I'd gladly spare Mid all the time I have, but the sad truth is, I ain't got none.
Cagamos.
I see.
It don't have to be me, though, does it? What about that other fella? You know, the one over at Martha's Rest. Bernard, was it?
That's right. And he is a friend of the cause. I'll ask Martha if she can spare him. Thank you, Bardolph.
El que arregló el puente.
Least I could do.
El que arregló el puente que podía darse un saltito así. Un saltito así. Y tuvimos que hacer una secundaria entera para arreglar el puto puente. Ese de ahí, probablemente. A ver. Va a salir del puto modo foto. Martha! Why do you say that name? Oh, vaya. Siento que he alcanzado mi pique de paz tomando matecito con la lluvia de fondo y el stream del lincecito. En veces la vida es buena. Suena bastante nice, la verdad. Ver un stream de chill con un matecito de fondo y la lluvia suena bastante nice. La verdad, me lo quedo.
Ah, Clive, what brings you to the rest?
Our home finds itself in need of an extra carpenter. I wondered if I might be able to borrow Bernard for a short while.
I don't mind if he don't. We're all friends here, aren't we?
Thank you, Martha. Do you know where I might find him?
He went up to Cressida on business. No idea what, mind. Place is a ruin. Far as I know, he's still there.
I'll look for him there then.
A ver si nos pilla. Si nos pilla en medio de la cacería, la verdad es que estaría bastante nice. Las ruinas, eso de ahí, supongo que será donde fuimos a lo de las chocobos. Tengo la sensación. Y era al sur de la marisma donde Martha. O sea que con algo de suerte nos pillamos nos pillamos al otro puto de camino. Estaría bastante bien. Hay que ver, las misiones de este juego son especiales, pero especiales con mayúsculas. Es una cosa, la verdad. Después de los bosses chulos, los momentos que dices, wowers, cómo se vino, es cierto que luego después hay momentos tal... Que a ver, que yo entiendo que ayuda con el ritmo, o sea... No voy a decir que no ayuda con el ritmo. Porque sí que lo hace. Pero ya llega un punto, tío. Lo de los icons tiene... Lo de los icons tiene delito, ¿eh? Que me acaben de dar a Titán y que llevemos medio juego con 3 de ellos. Es una barbaridad. Debería de haber cambiado la cosa hace bastante tiempo. Estas son las ruinas estas raras. Pero no puedo seguir por aquí. Oh, es por aquí. No, hombre, no. Manos a la obra. No, hombre, no. Vale, ¿alguien sabe dónde está la cacería? Joder, pensaba que era por ahí, era por el otro lado. Porque si la cacería está por aquí abajo, la hacemos. Y después de hacerla ya me voy para arriba. Me dijeron que estaban de Marza hacia el sur. Así que hacia el sur puede ser... Muelle de Nash. ¿Puede ser por el muelle de Nash? El buen Torgal. ¿Te puedes poner en plan modo sexo, Torgal? Pregunto. Quiero verlo. Tan chiquito que estabas y ahora... Mírate. Vale, por ahí parece que hay escorpiones solamente. Por aquí solamente hay marisma.
I can walk from here.
Solamente hay marisma por aquí. A ver qué pasa. Sí, de Final Fantasy IV creo que era gordo mamado. Era gordo mamado. Era gordo mamado, me acuerdo. Me acuerdo. Tenía su rollito. Sí, en plan científico loco. Mamá, puedo tener un pollo así, ojalá. La verdad es que los chocobos a mí también me gustan.
Good girl.
El tema de los caballitos me gusta, me mola. He montado poco a caballo, tío. He montado menos a caballo de lo que me hubiese gustado. No os voy a mentir. De chiquito le daba... Ya de mayor no. Mi hermana sigue montando a caballo. Mi tío tiene uno. Mi tío tiene uno de estos como que paga su manutención y lo tiene en una caballeriza profesional. Y ahí está, van y lo sacan a pasear, lo montan cada X. Está nice, la verdad. Tiene un mogollón de cariño.
If it ain't the lad who saved my life.
Se viene.
What brings you to a place like this?
You do, Bernard. Martha said I might find you here. I have a proposition for you.
Oh, do you now?
El Good Girl de Clive me hizo sentir cosas y eso que no soy girl me pasa. Me pasa, Miguel, me pasa.
Building a workshop, you say? Well, that beats tacking boards to bridges, sure enough. And if Martha didn't mind me being gone a while, then neither do I. You just tell me where you want me.
That's the spirit.
I couldn't ask a favor, though, could I? Before we go?
Of course.
La corneta.
Where I grew up. Ain't much left of it now, though. Except my parents' graves. But I came up here hoping to visit them. I even patched up the bridge to get across. Only to find the place crawling with fiends.
Vaya.
But you're a dab hand when it comes to dealing with beasts and bogles, ain't you? Any chance you could,
It's the least I can do.
Well, thank you kindly. And take care.
Está Naisu. Vamos a ver. Lo primero que vamos a hacer va a ser irnos a... Lo primero que vamos a hacer va a ser... Cantidad de misiones que hemos hecho. Supongo que están todas hechas. Lo primero que vamos a hacer va a ser... a coger las... No, si es que realmente todo esto está nice. Esquela de cristal, monedas... Lo que vamos a hacer va a ser... es que no sé, me quiero quitar a la mu. Pero lo mismo me quito a la mu. ¿Cómo quito esto? Aquí. Titán. Es que a ver. Es que ese puto viene. Es que ese puto viene el Titan. Vale, tenemos este de aquí. Invoca el brazo de Titán para protegerse de los ataques enemigos. Este es el que viene con la esta. Que lo podría mejorar, ¿no? Mantén para dominar. 800 para dominarlo. ¿Qué significa esto de dominar? ¿Esta es la gratis? No sé si esta es la gratis. Justicia ciega. Para dominar. Para dominar. Si lo domino significa que luego lo puedo poner en el icono que quiera. Que le sube el este. ¿Qué significa? Triángulo. Aquí está. Dominar la destreza. La barra de límite se llena con masa con cada ataque desbloqueado. Técnicas de combate. Bloqueo perfecto. Está nice, está nice. Con cada ataque bloqueado. Ok. Dominar la habilidad se puede usar a cualquier icon. Vale. Algo así me acuerdo haber leído. Rollo que si dominaba lo podía poner con la esta. Vale, entonces, este de aquí, por ejemplo, que es el megatal, si le doy con el este lo mejoro, al dominar la habilidad se aumenta el número de rayos y se puede poner en cualquier icon. Vale, hay que mejorarla 3 veces para ponerlo donde quiera. Claro, es que ahí cagamos. Este de aquí es el que tira y luego después engancha, que está nice. Este de aquí es el que hace el push. Vale, está muy bien, me lo paso muy bien con Sid, pero creo que vamos a quitarlo. Este de aquí me gusta bastante, la verdad. Está bastante nice. Este de aquí es el que hace el cupú, que está nice. Este de aquí hace esto, que en principio es nada. Y este de aquí se incrementa la distancia de desplazamiento. Vamos a pillar este para desplazarnos más rápido, me gusta. Garuda tiene esto, que si lo mejoro se incrementa el alcance de la garra. El alcance de la garra está nice. Vamos a pillarlo. Y luego después este, en caso de que lo haga, la barra se llena más con cada ataque bloqueado. Vamos a darle. Genial. Este de aquí por ahora no lo voy a tocar. Y luego después por aquí tenemos... Este de aquí se eleva mientras gira lanzando a los enemigos alrededor por los aires con ambas garras. También puede ejecutarse en el aire. Este es el que esquiva y pega. Que está bien que esquive y pegue, pero creo que voy a hacer este simplemente porque tiene más daño y para aprovechar para este. Y este está bien porque baja mucho la tal. Así que vamos a mejorar este. Vamos a mejorar este. Y luego aquí, al dominarla, la podemos enganchar en cualquier icon. Que pues no tiene sentido dominarla porque por ahora no tal. Y luego, en este caso es el pego en el suelo y hago pupita. En este caso es gancho. Ataque aumenta en caso de que lo haga. Que no me termina de convencer. Y este es descarga una salva de puñetazos contra el enemigo. Si ejecuta justo antes de recibir daño, bloquea el ataque y contraataca con más golpes. Este aquí es el que saca y hace capush. Y lo tira toda la mierda, que está bastante nice. Vale, vamos a aprender este. Es que este es un parro. Es un parro y un hora. Es que el hora tiene que estar, tío. No puedo no tener el hora. No puedo no tener un hora. Y este de aquí directamente golpea en el suelo. Devastador que causa a los enemigos cercanos. Mantener el botón potencia la esta. Tengo 1000 y pico. Este de aquí Es que lo mismo ahorro para este, tío. Voy a ahorrar para este. Voy a ahorrar para este para tener como seed, ¿sabes? Una para poder utilizar y otra para tal. Y por ahora voy a estar con ese y con el otro. Esa es la idea. Vale, vale. Equipo. A ver. En este caso es el que pega un putiaso, que está bien, pero quiero la ráfaga. Quiero la ráfaga y que en caso de que bloquee, se hagan cositas. Tengo ganas de este. Y luego después este de aquí es el puño sísmico, que por ahora lo que hace es daño así rollo en la base. Está guay. Y está llenito de monstruos. Vamos allá.
This shouldn't take long.
Vale. ¡Una! Vamos allá. Que hace un parro, venga, vamos allá. Ahí estamos. Bastante nice, la verdad. Los pinches parros me dan la vida. Bloqueo titánico, pero no ha sido parro. Está muy bien. Voy a probar a hacer un... El hora es con el... Con el cuadrado, ¿verdad? Sí, es con el cuadrado. Súper bien. Se me olvidó cambiar a Garuda. ¡Wow! Me rompió. Está muy bien. Sigue subiendo de la vida. Cúrate, 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 cúrate. ¡Cura! ¡Cura!
Nice try.
Bien. Seguimos. Ahí va. Está hecho. Pensaba que estaba hecho con titán. Te le quedaba un pelín, le quedaba un poquito. Está muy bien. Vamos allá. Uña de dragón.
That should do it.
Ni tan mal, oye, ni tan mal.
You made short work of that lot. Thank you, son. Now my folks can rest in peace once more.
También te digo, a ver lo que dura. Con los bibis esos que tienes ahí enganchados, a ver lo que dura.
Oh, people started packing their things after the duchy fell. Between the Blight and the Imperials, you just couldn't make ends meet. Must be nigh on a decade since the last wagon left. Oh, it may as well have been a century, looking at the place. This isn't the Cressida I remember.
I'm sorry.
Está súper sadge.
Ah, don't be. Can't live in the past, no matter how nice it might have been. As soon as I'm done saying a prayer for those that raised me, it's on to your hideaway. I'll meet you there.
¿Ya tenemos carpintero? ¿Pero cuándo vamos a ir a comprar ajos?
That should take care of Mid's little list.
¿Cuándo vamos a ir a comprar
Back
ajos?
before she thinks of anything else.
Voy a acercarme aquí por si acaso aquí estuviese la cacería. Y esta de aquí, esta de aquí quiero quitarla. Poner esa de ahí. Esto es una arena, o sea, esto es una señora arena. Con todas las de la ley. Es una tremenda de arena. ¿Que no hay nadie todavía? No hay nadie todavía, pero es una arena. Que no les mientan, gente. Que no les engañen. Oh. No hay fanfarria, no son Final Fantasy. Cagamos. ¿Cómo se basan en cooldowns? En caso de carudas, vas a apretar un botón, ataque automático, hasta que se detenga. Yes. Si pegas con Garuda puedes mantener, o sea, pulsar muchas veces el cuadrado y si sueltas el cuadrado, hace el final. Pero con Garuda lo que quieres es hostigar para subir la barra, no hacer mucho daño. Pues creo que tengo... Creo que con la garra de dragón esta puedo hacer cositas. Creo, no lo tengo claro. Pero creo que sí. Por ahora me voy a llevar las potis, que pensaba que me iban a dar. Pero no. Así que las voy a ir pillando. ¿Qué tal, señor? Fulmencia, esquirla telúrica y meteorito. Oh. Me la quedo. Seda férrea, tal cual. Llama líquida. Este de aquí es uña de dragón, que es lo que acabo de enviar, pero falta el electrum. Y por aquí no hay nada. Y mejorar. No hay mucho que mejorar por aquí. Tenemos aquí bandas de cazador mejoradas. Para mejorar 62. Bandas de cazador. Para las bandas cazador mejoradas y una ira de la tierra. Ya pillaremos. Ya pillaremos. Y por aquí nada que mejorar. Vaya diseños de arma más hinchos, compañero. El arma esa que te dan a mediado de tal es el arma. Es el puto arma. Quitando esa... No, por ahí se va la terraza. Pero no quiero terraza. Carta nueva. Gracias por rescatarme en Rosalida. No sé qué habría sido de mí sin tú, Gav y Torgal no hubiese aparecido. Al ver la ciudad que en otros tiempos consideré mi hogar en aquel estado, no pude evitar sentir un gran vacío por dentro. Sin embargo, de nada sirve añorar un pasado que no volverá. Sus recuerdos siguen vivos en mi interior y con eso me gasta. Hasta ahora, con la vida al frente, tenemos que luchar por nuestro futuro, un futuro de igualdad y libertad. Jill es que ha tenido una vida jodida, ¿eh? Ha tenido una vida fastidiada, porque te paras a pensar y dices, pues bueno, pues Jill estaba ahí, era una princesita, tal. No. De princesita nada. Estaba con su padre que lo que quería era matarla. Literal lo que quería era acabar con ella, pero no lo hacía porque tenía utilidad para utilizarla como una arma. Y después, cuando se va a otro sitio, donde le tratan como una persona, está a gusto, ha huido de su casa a pesar de que sea una refugiada en otro sitio, todo se va a la mierda. Traicionan, decapitan, le devuelven otra vez a su casa. O sea, es un temilla. 5 animales en total, y suma las patas de todos los 16. Los chocobos tienen 2 patas y las aventinas 4. ¿Cuántos chocobos tiene Otto? What? Meat.
All right, Clive? You've all done then?
I am. I've placed your various orders, and a carpenter by the name of Bernard is on his way from Martha's Rest.
That's brilliant. Thanks, Clive.
Is there anything else you need?
Nope. Blackthorn and Lady Karen have already sent over everything I asked for, and I've got all my plans drawn up. So as soon as Bernard gets here, we can get to work. I can't wait.
A the work. Nueva escala de 0 a waifu. ¿Cómo es? Es Meat. Alito de tierra. Está muy bien.
That's my good deed for the day done. Let's see how Jill's faring.
Shouldn't you be getting some rest soon?
Gil.
Clive.
Talia, how's Jill?
Recovering, but she still needs her rest.
Of course. Take good care of her, won't you?
I'll do my best. Oh, Gav was looking for you. He said he had something to show you in the shelves.
The shelves. Oh, that's right.
Todavía no.
We went to ask our
Todavía no me han mandado por bajos. Llegan a tiempo,
Must
llegan a
have found
tiempo.
something.
Llegan a tiempo, llegan a tiempo. ¿Dónde coño está la secundaria, tío? Ah, ese señor.
You have the look of a man with the twins upon his shoulders, Rodriguez.
Rodríguez.
Has tasked me with removing a Cursebreaker's brand. But it's my first time and I don't think I can do it. I'm afraid of what happens if I fail. You survived, I know, but there as many die as recover. Is it really worth the risk?
You don't need me to answer that. You know full well what we're fighting for. I hope as much as you that one day bearers can walk among others as equals. But until that day, a brand is a burden, and we must lift that burden in order to go undetected. The operation may be dangerous, but it's also essential, and we undergo it willingly.
I know. I still wish there was some other way. But griping about my lot helps no one, I suppose. Don't worry. I'll do what must be done.
I know you will.
Lo que tú digas, compa.
Unfortunately, the first thing that needs doing is the preparation of a draft to dull the pain. Something I can't do with the infirmary's ammonia supply so low. What few leaves we have would barely be enough for removing a splinter, let alone a brand.
Just tell me what you need.
You'll go? Oh, thank you. No one knows Herblord like Taya, and she swears by ammonia for easing pain. It's simple enough to find, if you know where to look. And fortunately for you, I do. Along the river near the village of Amber over in Rosaria. Just search for the bright blue blossoms.
Ok. A por flores. Así es. A por floresitas.
Yeah. What's everyone whispering about?
goblins have been up to their old tricks again.
Do you have a moment, Sid? A team of curse breakers has gone missing near Northreach.
¿O no?
Which team?
Coles. They were sent to liberate a carriage of bearers before they could be smuggled to market. They were moving in for their assault when the carriage was attacked by goblins.
¿O no?
A curse breaker managed to release a stolus amid the confusion, but... this was days ago.
¿O no?
They should be back by now, but I've heard nothing from any of them. I can't help but worry that...
They know the work is dangerous. But I'm sure they're fine.
But what if I've got them all killed? Before they go
Doris.
out, I always remind them why we're doing this, what they escaped,
Cagaste, Doris.
what we're freeing people from. But I never really thought how my words might affect them. What risks they might take because of the things I've said.
Cagaste,
Go and find
Doris.
them. We'll both rest easier knowing they're safe.
Thank you, Sid. And I'm sorry to trouble you with this. The plan was to intercept the slaver somewhere in the Dragon's Eyrie. I can't tell you much more than that, I'm afraid.
That should be enough to go on. If they were there, Torgal will track them down.
Muy bien. Realizamos misión. Ok. Encuentra el equipo de Cole de la biblioteca. Vamos a la biblioteca. Si me mandan a por ajos, que lo hagan todo junto.
Clive, where have you been?
Buena
I've
library.
been wanting to ask you something about Torgal.
Es un good boy.
Where did you get him, like, in the first place?
My father brought him back from one of his expeditions into the Northern Territories. They were crossing a snowfield when they heard his cries, and, seeing no sign of his pack, they took him in.
Es un good boy.
What do you reckon, Tomes?
It certainly adds weight to the theory. Clive, I believe that Torgal may be no mere hound,
A ver, normal.
but a rare frostwolf, an animal native to the far northern reaches of Valisthea. In one of our oldest bestiaries, I found reference to a frostwolf who served as guardian to an ancient queen of the north. Such was his mastery over ether, he could cast magics on command. His name was Fenrir.
Tiene sentido.
Fenrir the Frostwolf.
Now, the annals do not state it explicitly, but I have reason to believe this queen was a dominant of Shiva, a girl from the Northern Territories and her faithful hound. One awakens as the dominant of Shiva, and the other?
You're saying that Jill granted Torgal his powers,
What?
just like Fenrir. People called him my hound, but Torgal and Jill were inseparable. He grew up as a faithful companion to the dominant of Shiva, and years later, his powers awakened, just when his master needed him the most.
You're right. If it weren't for Torgal blasting those bastards to Kingdom Come, Jill would have been for it.
Quite.
Cum.
Though Torgal's power is his own, his latent birthright as a frostwolf. It had only to be unlocked.
Oh, get you, Torgal.
You're an even finer hound than we thought.
And regarding your original concern, you need not fear for Torgal's health. Why, the beast has the appetite of a behemoth. Just this very morn, I found him with his nose buried in my nuts.
There you are! I've been looking everywhere for you. Bernard's here. I need you to introduce us so we can get to work.
No.
I shan't be a moment.
Okay.
Isn't it brilliant? Well, I couldn't have done it without you. You and everyone else. But I promise I'll pay you back. I'm gonna work my fingers to the bone for you lot. Starting right now. Just you wait. I'll make wonders like this world's never seen.
Then I look forward to seeing them.
Ok.
Now that that's settled, I wonder if Vivian's made any progress tracking down Kupka.
We have everything we need to begin work in earnest. And work in earnest we shall.
La ciencia no se hace sola, gente. Hay que hacerla. No se hace sola la ciencia. Salud, gracias.
How goes the hunt for Kupka?
Largely in circles. We have myriad sightings of strange soldiers in unexpected places, but nothing definitive as yet.
Ya veo.
If only we knew for certain by what route he left Rosalith.
Well, keep at it. If anyone can piece this puzzle together, it's you. And I'm willing to wait as long as it takes.
Muchas gracias, Roldeona, por esa suscripción a los 16 meses con nosotros. Gracias. Gracias, compadre. Gracias.
What? Here?
Would that be a problem?
Do you know, Clive? I believe it a mercy that you didn't inherit your father's throne. Your poor people would surely live in fear of you.
You have nothing to worry about on that front. I won't be claiming his crown.
That is a relief.
Clive, have you got a minute? We, have a guest.
A guest?
Vino alguien. Vino alguien. ¿Quién vino?
For your trouble.
¡Uy! ¡El tío! ¡El tío! Cristian, gracias. Yo siento desde aquella miniatura con Samus y Pikachu. Con su proyecto universitario. Escapé de Venezuela más tarde. Por fin tengo el poder económico para aportar esta noble causa. Me alegro mucho, Cristian. Me alegro mogollón, oye. Que estés mejor económicamente, que estés mejor tal. Espero que estés nice también, pues eso. La morriña es importante, ¿no? Echar de menos casa y todo eso, pero espero que allá donde hayas ido estés encontrando tu centro. Súper importante eso.
The Dalmekian government sues for peace. How shall we respond?
If they're willing to accept their fault in the matter, I see no reason to refuse them.
Still, we must insist on substantial reparations. The Twinside stores are not as bottomless as reported.
Aye, and we have many more mouths to feed. We shall just have to have the Dalmecs empty their treasuries for us.
Me da un mal rollo el niño nuevo. El hermanastro este de Clive, tío.
Of course, none of this would have been possible without your timely intervention, Prince Olivier.
Indeed, I doubt any of us would have had the courage to trade words with the mighty Titan, nor less the wit to win him over.
The Empire owes you a great debt.
May the blessing of the crystals go with you, Your Highness.
May the blessing of the crystals go with you.
Very good.
Now, let us come to the question of precisely when the Dalmecs will withdraw their troops.
Dion's fire could rid us of them in mere moments.
The men of the Fist will not withdraw until a peace treaty is concluded. So let us keep the negotiations open, give them time to gather what gold and trinkets they can. And once they deliver that which we demand, what worth is a piece of parchment?
Wow.
Your Radiance, were Prince Dion to take the field, the enemy would surely send their own dominant to meet him. And while His Highness would of course prevail, there would be heavy losses on both.
You need not fear Hugo Kupka. He is engaged on the Western Front. Even were the Dalmex to send for him, he would not arrive in time. As much as I would enjoy witnessing a clash between Bahamut and Titan, it is not to be.
And what of your subjects, Your Radiance? If the fighting spread to the city proper, the people would bear the brunt of it.
There will be losses, it is true. Yet for every citizen who falls, another can be bred. For every home that burns, another can be built. The Empire will live on.
Wow.
Dion?
Yes, sire.
Olida. Cuidado que se ha levantado. La primera vez que le veo moverse tanto.
Prepare for battle.
Uy.
But sire...
Do not make me repeat myself. Return to your camp and await my orders.
If that is your wish, Your Radiance, I shall depart at once. May Gregor forgive you.
What do the astrologers augur?
The stars are in agreement, Your Radiance. The shadow of treachery hangs over Prince Dion.
So Annabella's tales were true. You disappoint me, Dion.
Qué mal rollo me da el niño, tío. Qué mal rollo me da el niño.
What on earth is Uncle Byron doing here? Only one way to find out.
Byron?
The little ones have been up to their... It's just one thing after another around here.
Uncle.
Ah, my dear nephew. How I've missed you.
How did you find this place, Uncle?
Through the good offices of young Sir Wade. He really is the most helpful fellow. As are you, I hear. The Guardians and those they freed tell the most outlandish tales of your heroics in Rosalith. Which is why I came. To learn the full truth of the matter. Sort the fact from the fiction, so to speak.
You were working with the Guardians of the Flame to evacuate the people of Rosalith to Port Isolde.
I was, aye.
Then I have questions for you. Please, come inside, Uncle.
Gladly. You there? There are 2,000 gold talents in those chests. See that they're added to my nephew's coffers, would you?
2,000?
Está muy bien. Es 2,000. Son 20,000.
And I'm afraid that is all I know.
A fleet sailing south
20 millones.
past Port Isolde. Most intriguing.
Forgive me for not being able to tell you more. I hadn't the faintest idea Kupka withdrew wounded from Rosalith. Still less that my own nephew dealt the decisive blow.
What do you think, Vivian?
I think, with this news of the Dhalmekian fleet and recent reports of the Royalists' movements, that the final piece of the puzzle has fallen into place. Come here and I'll show you.
Venga, dale a la expo.
It is known that Kupka's forces entered Rosaria via its unguarded coast. So can the same be said of your visitors from Waloed? Certainly her Royal Navy is famed for the efficiency with which it bears her knights from one battlefield to the next. And in the Einherjar, or Black Galleon, she boasts a vessel nigh as swift and every bit as feared as the kingdom's legendary cavalry. A fitting flagship for a land apart, her naval presence being crucial to her ambitions beyond Ash. Yes, it seems safe to assume that the Royalists did indeed enter Rosaria from the sea. So then, had you a vested interest in Titan's survival, whither would you take him? Why, home to Drake's Fang, a place rich enough in ether to conjure the magics needed to mend his hurts. But would that not entail an arduous voyage around the southern cape? Let us say that the Royalists did put ashore with a mind to spirit Kupka away from under your very nose. Could that truly have been their plan for him? To load him aboard one of the ships flying Republican colors sighted off the coast near Port Isolde. To spend weeks at sea, being tossed hither and yon by unforgiving waves, his life hanging in the balance. No. The journey would mean Titan's death, and Kupka's faithful creatures would not allow it. So what then was the plan of our Waloed friends? Reports suggest they made not for the coast, but for the desert. And by cutting through the Velcroy, a party traveling light would have Titan back in his bed days before a galley could lurch into port. To wit, it was the Royalists, not the Republicans, who effected Hugo Kupka's safe retreat. I would stake your life on it.
Está nice, pero...
So it was the Waloeders who spirited the wretch away. Now I think about it, there was something a little strange about the ships I saw. The men seemed almost crestfallen, as if in mourning, as if they believed, or were made to believe, that their master was dead.
You have a keen mind, Lord Rosfield. And you have your answer. To find Kupka, you have merely to follow the Royalist trail across the Velcroy. It may well have gone cold by now, but as they say in the Republic, all roads lead to Drake's Fang.
Allow me to accompany you part of the way. As luck would have it, I had intended to journey Canberward on business after visiting you here. The Fang would be but a short detour.
I'd be glad of the company. Give me a moment to make ready. I need to tell my friends what we've learned and where we're going.
A ver si rematamos al puto.
Be quick about it, my boy.
Con dos muñetitos ahora.
Mid's finished outfitting her little workshop, I hear. With a little help from Sid.
Here for another of my lectures.
Sobre Midda.
We met under curious
Nos encuentro un poco menos curioso. La conocí cuando estaba en la universidad. Había vuelto a mi aula a horas intempestivas para recoger unos cuadernos cuando descubrí a Mid escondida debajo de la mesa, esbozando un diseño a la luz de una vela. Resulta que había fabricado una llave y hacía varias lunas que se refugiaba ahí de otros tutores menos amistosos. Le pedí que se fuera, pero ya sabes cómo es. Acabó convenciéndome para que la dejara continuar con sus incursiones y por si fuera poco la aceptara como alumna. Muy a mi pesar, pues Smith siguió desafiando mi autoridad durante mis clases. Era esa la recompensa que merecía tras tantos años de insaciable estudio, que un aprendiz de ingeniera me atormentara con sus comentarios y me tratara sin el debido respeto. Con todo, su infatigable curiosidad llevó a descubrir el atentado contra mi vida que se fraguaba entre las sombras y acudió a ti para rescatarme. Entonces fui yo quien vino a refugiarse en tu guarida tal y como ella había hecho en mi aula. Sobre Byron.
Lord Byron Rossfield.
De las 7 casas, seguidor de Puerto y Solda, y nada más y nada más que tu tío. Los rumores lo describen como un caballero de gran osadía, que se haya aventurado a solas en la guarida secreta del malvado Cid. El infame es una buena muestra de ello. Será un aliado muy valioso, cuenta con numerosos contactos entre la nobleza rosariana que nos serán de gran provecho. ¿Quién sabe? Puede que pronto acabemos recibiendo a las grandes casas en una gran velada en la guarida. Tengo que ir practicando mis pasos de baile.
Your nemesis awaits, Clive. You have merely to cross a burning desert, then worm your way into the bowels of an enemy fortress. Best of luck.
Pensaba que el momento ajo llegaría porque ya nos habíamos enfrentado a Kupka, pero lo mismo no. Lo mismo no estábamos aún full Kupka.
Otto, Kupka's at Drake's Fang. I'll be leaving before sunset.
You're not going in there alone, are you?
Don't worry. I'm not going there to destroy the Mother Crystal.
Bueno.
All I'm after is Kupka's head.
Bueno.
I promise.
The Lancer and the Fang are all Kupka's personal fiefdom. You have any trouble on the way, you ask for Rosina Dalamil. Some call her the Desert Hare.
Who is she?
An old associate of Sid's, and only Sid's. All I know is the name, and that they used to meet at the Dalamil Inn.
Y follar, digo.
Nothing from her since he died. But I'm thinking maybe the new Sid might be able to bring her back into the fold.
Thanks. I'll keep that in mind.
So, what about your uncle? I mean, he's welcome to stay, but...
Don't look so worried. He'll be coming with me.
Thank fuck for that.
Gav, Otto, I'm leaving you two in charge.
You can count on us.
Acabaría las secundarias, pero casi prefiero acabarlo de la historia y ya... Cuando toque Ajo Time, ya vamos al resto de cosas.
All right, Uncle. I'm ready to depart. Shall we?
We shall. Come, let us away to adventure.
Se vienen. A la aventura. Si hablas con Gav tienes una escena. ¡Ah! Me he ido ya. Mucho me temo. Vale, tenemos aquí una por la plaza del acantilado. La otra está por aquí. Que tenemos el Norwich. Norwich será simplemente llegar y hacer lo de comprar. Este de aquí. Cuando vaya por Ajo aprovecho y lo hago. Lo de Ajo es una principal. Ah, perfecto. República de Almequia.
I was a young man when last I walked this path.
Acaricia lo que es un good boy.
There's an old trading post not far from here. The road to Drake's Fang leads through it.
The trading post it is.
Que me acompaña el tío. Un enigma entre las arenas. Que me acompañe el Tito. Increíble.
Our destination lies over that dune, beyond the ruins. Mark 'em well, Clive. It's all too easy to lose one's bearings in the sands. Many years ago, when you were just a boy, you and I rode this way together, accompanying your father on a scouting expedition to Drake's Fang.
He let me come with you.
I'm not surprised you don't remember. It was just before Joshua was born. You were so eager to be there when your brother arrived that you whipped your chocobo too hard on the journey home and fell from the saddle.
Vaya.
I shall never forget how Elwyn fussed over you as you sat in the sand, bawling like a babe.
He visto el lagarto corriendo y mi primer instinto ha sido ir a agarrarlo. ¿Cuántos años ha hecho el Zelda? Qué puto calor este señor con cuero negro y capa.
Ah, there she is. The good old Dalamil Inn. Do you know, this heat has given me quite a thirst. Quick drink before we press on?
Lo que tú digas, tío. Uy, gruñe. Es una trampa. Es una trampa.
Look, there.
Chocobos negros.
Those are ashen steeds. No doubt about it.
And such a long ride from Stone here. Our Waluda friends must be soothing their saddle sores in the inn. Shall we join them?
Tiene ganas de putiazos el tío, ¿eh?
Dogs aren't allowed inside.
Y se pone la capucha que tiene que estar hasta arriba de arena. ¡No!
Good day to you. Eating?
Sorry about my pal. He only talks when his mouth's full. What do you recommend?
Well, if you're after something light, we do a fine chocobo soup with lentils and honey.
2 bowls of that, then. An ale.
Right you are.
Hey, girl!
Coming!
Lentejas con miel.
Your pal? Would you rather be my squire?
Tengo miedo, gente. Tan cerca. Joshua.
Your Grace, it is plain you are not yet well enough to travel. If you would only let me take you to someone who can better attend to your ills.
No, we must press on.
Prince Dion has returned to his camp and will soon depart for the front. I must speak with him at all costs. Miss this chance and I may never get another. You do understand that?
Yes, Your Grace. But you must at least agree to take your medicine. I'll fetch you some water.
Nice. También te digo, lleva Joshua muriéndose el juego entero, ¿eh? Las cervezas.
Keep watch, they tell us. But all I see is sand.
I hear they got our guest back to the Fang without any trouble. We'll be leaving soon enough.
Why the Lord Commander dragged us all this way just to save that blockhead skin, I'll never know. Dominant or not, he's a bloody idiot.
That'll be Cooker, then.
Tío.
Well, let's get this down us. We've a long way to go.
Hey, you.
Uncle?
Sorry.
Agüita.
Can you walk, Your Grace?
What's wrong?
I fear trouble may be brewing downstairs.
You two are travelers, are you not? Me and my companions are strangers here. Perhaps you'd be good enough to accompany us a while. Help us find our way.
Sorry, lads, but we've got business in camera that can't wait.
Ah, I'm sure you could spare us an hour or two. Come on. Friend.
El tío soy yo. El tío soy yo.
I'm afraid we don't have a moment to lose. Friend. Stay back, Uncle.
Gladly.
Con todo el cum en la boca. El panecito.
It's the outlaw. Take him.
Try it. Silence!
Bravo, my boy! Just like that!
You're finished.
Está bastante bien, la verdad. Aquí de bestias, sí, señor. Va a echar las lentejas con tanto ejercicio. ¿Eso es daño no letal? No tengo claro, ¿eh? No tengo claro.
your trouble. Word of advice, miss. That soup could do with a touch more salt.
Pues bueno. Parkour, cuidado.
Now's our chance.
Si no puede ni andar.
Your Grace?
I'm fine.
Clive?
Reacciona un poquito tarde la puta pluma, ¿eh? Se dejó las zanahorias.
What is it now?
It's nothing. Let's
Se
go.
dejó las zanahorias. No.
Well, we didn't know where to find Kupka before. We do now.
The Royalists said it themselves. Their guest is in the fang.
Oh.
Ah, they've closed the road. And it's the only way from here to the Fang. It would seem Lord Kupka is not accepting visitors at present.
We have to get through that gate.
Not by force, I trust. We've attracted quite enough unwanted attention already.
By guile, then. Perhaps the Desert Hare can offer us her aid.
Rosina Dalamil, woman of mystery.
Estamos a
But how will
dos
we find
conversaciones de que nos den
We
otro
know
ping.
naught of her but her name.
And that she was working with Sid. Sid's other collaborators have all been people of means. The wealthiest and most successful members of their communities. I'll wager this Rosina Dalamil is the same.
That would certainly help to narrow the search. We need only inquire as to who is in charge of the town.
And that's exactly what I mean to do.
Wait, insect! Light it for Gilbert's sake. You're a rare...
Anything I can help you with, travelers?
Allow me. My good man, we represent one of the oldest and greatest trading houses of Port Isolde. We're seeking to expand our business in the region and would very much like to make the acquaintance of Dalamil's leading entrepreneurs. If only we knew where to find them.
Well, we're best known for our baths, our markets, and our smithies. I suppose you could do worse than start your search at one of those.
Thank you. You've been most helpful. Oh, you wouldn't happen to know a lady by the name of Rosina Dalamil, would you?
No. I can't say I do.
Well, thank you all the same.
No salió. No salió, tío, no salió. No coló, no coló.
This river runs all the way to the southern seas. They used to load the crystal onto barges and sail it to the villages downstream. Before the canyons were lost to beasts and bandits. When I was a girl, I would wave to the boatmen as they set off on their long journey, and they would throw me sweetmeats in return. Such happy times.
No como ahora.
What do you want? Can't you see I'm busy?
I won't keep you long. I'm looking for someone. A woman by the name of Rosina Dalamil. Do you know her?
Never heard of her. Is that all?
One more question. If I wanted to find the richest trader in town, where would you recommend that I look?
Oh, that's easy. The Briar's Kiss. Won't find a finer smithy this side of the strait. The owner's only a young sprig, but he's got all the right ideas.
The Briar's Kiss, you say? Thank you.
I doubt this young sprig is the person we're looking for. You said Sid's contact was likely to be an influential sort. Influence comes with age and experience. Believe you me.
Silence, boomer.
Mummy, I want to play with the crystal.
How many times do I have to tell you? It's not a toy.
Can I help you?
Yes, I'm looking for a woman by the name of Rosina Dalamil. A long-standing pillar of your community, I believe, from old trading stock.
Then you should ask further. He's been here for years. Knows the place and its people like the back of his hand. And he's in with all the old merchant families. Try the baths. That's where you'll usually find him.
Thank you kindly.
Okay.
Well, it sounds like we have our man.
Perhaps. Let's go and find out exactly what this Furter knows.
Hanging lanterns, keep the darkness from your door.
Buenas velas, sí, señor.
Excuse me. Are you Furter?
I am. Can I help you, travelers?
I hope so.
Hola,
You've lived here for some time, is that correct? Do you know Rosina Dalamil?
¿Qué tal ha ido?
We believe she may be a trader of some renown.
And what business do you have with the desert hare?
She was a close friend of mine. I was hoping she might be able to help me.
Very well.
Yeah?
Go to the bordello. I'll arrange an introduction.
Do you think
Estoy
we
muerto
can
de
trust
hambre.
him?
Only as far as I think he trusts us.
Sí, lo que quieras. Yo la verdad que tengo más hambre que un huevo. Pero ahora me da algo más.
Don't play the fool. Stick your nose in our business and you're
Vale,
likely
pues
to
le
lose
parto la
it.
cara a estos y vamos. Pues unos señores que han aparecido. Que han aparecido así del palo. Han aparecido del palo. Buenas tardes. Has estado haciendo preguntas. Y yo sí. Y ahora me quieren pegar. Así que con eso estamos. Una rápida. Afortunadamente no hemos llamado la atención. No había que llamar la atención y no lo hemos hecho. Así que nice.
Who are you working for? Him or her?
Him. The boss. He wanted us to test you.
Though one could hardly call that a test.
Lord Furder?
Look what the cat dragged in.
Your skill with the blade is rare indeed, my lord. A fitting talent for an outlaw.
You know who I am. So what now? Call in the men of the Rock and collect the bounty?
That isn't my decision to make. Our work is done. Take him to meet his precious Rosina. She will be interested to make his acquaintance.
Yes, my lord. To the Lock of Leisure, then.
Okay.
To the Lock of Leisure.
Okay. Es que la ciudad esta me gusta. No es muy grande, pero... Y esos panes de pita. Dios, un kebab como me tira por el orto.
Is this the place?
Buenas espadas, sí señor.
Ubor's Forge. The Briar's Kiss.
Ah, so it was the young sprig after all. So much for Rosina Dalamil being a woman of experience. How wrong I was.
Salamama.
It was an easy mistake to make, Uncle. After all, it must have been years since Sid last saw her. Sorry, him. Whoever this Lubor truly is, he's clearly a man of means. I'd say he deserves our respect.
See that he gets it.
Muy entero estás tú. Para haberte llevado...
Lubor, Lord Furder told me to bring them to you.
My boys tell me you're in need of assistance. Sid the Second.
I won't waste your time. I need passage through the south gate.
Tell me, what do you think is a merchant's most important commodity? Why, trust. Everyone knows that. Without it, you have nothing. And nothing is exactly what you have. And so, for you, I, too, have nothing. I'm not in the business of helping every lost puppy that wanders in off the street. I'm a busy man, as you can see.
Let's leave this mummer to his farce.
By all means. Find someone else to help you on your way. Just be sure to tell them you're not the two travelers from the inn the guards are looking for. Don't want them jumping to conclusions, do we?
Why, you...
So, what do we need to do to earn your trust?
I like this one. Willing to do whatever it takes to get what he wants. Ha! Men like you have a special place in my heart. Why, you ask? Because they get me what I want. Always.
El señor está un poquito subidito, ¿eh?
Fine. So what do you want?
Don't tell me you're going to listen to this swaggering scruff.
We might as well hear him out. It's only natural that an ally of Sid's would seek assurances of strangers. Assuming he is an ally, of course. 5 years ago, he would have still been a boy.
And yet even then I had more good sense than a man... 5 times my age?
5 veces.
But enough of the pleasantries. We were speaking of what I want. I want you to put an end to the trouble in Dalamil. Return to me when you have done so, and you shall have my aid. Until then, I bid you good day.
What trouble? If you're going to give us orders, be clear about them, damn you!
Manners, Greybeard. One catches more damselflies with honey than with vinegar.
What did you call me?
My apologies. A word of advice in recompense. Follow the crystals. Oh, but that was 3. Oh, I'm making this too easy for you.
Ha! It will be easy. Solving his little riddle should be like dealing with him. Child's play. Let us divide our forces, Clive. I'd rather not drag this parlor game on any longer than we need to.
All right. Good luck, Uncle.
Okay.
I thought we were the only ones causing trouble in Dalamil.
Muy bien, gente. Vamos a dejarlo por aquí, que la ruza, como le haga más esperar, se va a la cama sin cenar. Y me gustaría que cenase. Bastante nice. Unas secundarias, una muchacha nueva, más cosas. Me estoy quedando sin batería. Oh, apagar. Está nice, bastante nice, la verdad. Mañana sábado creo que mañana sábado le haremos a la peli, creo que veremos película, así que sí, mañana nos da para ver la del Spider-Man, genial, espero que sí, pero ya veremos. Les aviso con lo que sea por Twitter, ok, peñita, y nada, pues ya mañana por la mañana resubiré todo lo de hoy, que mucho texto para subirlo todo, pero seguro que se puede. Un auténtico placer y un privilegio estar con ustedes. Muchas gracias por venir. Les mando un besito de este lado de la pantalla. Como siempre, nos veremos la próxima. Adiós. ¡Mua!